So in this video, we'll be discussing about numericals related to meter bridge. See, we have already studied that for a balanced Wheatstone bridge, if P by Q is equal to R by S, then there is no current in the central resistor. So using this principle, we have studied how a meter bridge is going to work. And there we have proved that X by Y is equal to L1 by 100 minus L1, where length is measured in centimeters. Now let us start some numericals based on it. Look at the first question. There is a conducting wire in the left gap and an unknown resistance in the right gap of a meter bridge, and the balancing length is 75. Okay, so I will take the resistance of unknown resistor as X. X divided by a resistance capital R should be equal to 75 divided by 100 minus 75. Okay, so that is in the ratio 3:1, 75 by 25. Call this as equation 1. But in this next case, if the wire is cut into 3 equal parts, okay, we know resistance would become 1/3 and only one part is used. So in the place of X, I have got the answer as X by 3. We are not making any changes in R, should be equal to. Okay, what is the new balancing point? Okay, let us calculate the new balancing point. L1 divided by 100 minus L1. Okay, so or X by R, in the place of X by R, if I put it as 3 by 1, because from the first equation we have got this relation, implies L1 by 100 minus equal to 1, or L1 is equal to 50 centimeter. So if L1 is 50 centimeter, then what are they asking you in the question? The shift in the balancing point if the wire is cut. Previously balancing pointing was 75. Now it has become 50. So what should be the shift? Shift is 25 centimeters. Now coming to this question, X and Y are the resistors in the left and right gap of a meter bridge, and it's given X is greater than Y. Okay, the balance point is 20 centimeter from right. Generally we select the balance point from left side, but here it is given as from the right. Since the balance point is from right, I will take X by Y equals to, if it is 20 from the other side, it will be 80 from the first side. 80 by 100 minus 80 is 20. Implies X by Y is 4:1. Call this as equation 1. The new position of the null point when X and 4Y would be used. Now let us find out. In the next case, X we are not changing, but instead of Y we made it as 4Y, should be L1 by 100 minus L1. But what is the value of X by Y equal to from the first equation? It is 4. 4 by 4. L1 by 100 minus L1 is equal to 1. Implies again L1 is coming out to be what value? 50 centimeter. So the new position of the null point is 50 centimeter from left. Any direction, answer is not going to change. Okay, so see the question. Determine the unknown resistance from the given arrangement if the least count of the scale is 1 mm. Okay, so since least count is mentioned, we have to give the answer along with its error. So first let us find out what is the unknown resistance from the given diagram. R by 40 or R by 90, X by Y, should be 40 by 100 minus 40. Implies R is equal to 90 into 4 by 6, that's nothing but 2 by 3, that is 60 ohms. See, first we got the resistance. Okay, now I need to find out what is the error in the measurement of determining the unknown resistance. See, if you remember the formula, now coming to evaluation of error in the measurement, okay, we know whenever you have to find out error in the measurement of X. Okay, if I take this as X, okay, this was the formula for finding out the error, relative error. dx by X is equal to 100 into dL1 by L1 into 100 minus L1. Now we know the value of X. Instead of X, it is R in the question. So error in measuring R, dr by 60 should be 100 into the error in the measurement of length. Is it given as 1 millimeter? and all our distances are in centimeters. Okay, so convert it into centimeters. 1 millimeter is 0.1 centimeter divided by L1. L1, what is the value we have got? 40 into 100 minus 40, that is 60. So on simplifying, what is the error in the measurement? dr is equal to 60 into 0.1, I'll make it as 600 divided by 40 into 60, cancel it off, dr is equal to 1 by 4. Okay, that's nothing but 0.25 ohms. So what will your answer of unknown resistance be? Resistance is 60 plus or minus the absolute, mean absolute error, which is 0.25 ohms. So this will give you the answer including the error. So in the given arrangement, null point is obtained at 52 centimeter if the end corrections are 1 and 2 centimeters at A and B. So here end correction is 1 centimeter and at this point end correction is 2 centimeter. So we need to determine the unknown resistance. So if you know the end correction, we know X by Y is 10 should be balancing length is 52 plus end correction at A. End correction at A is 1 centimeter divided by 100 minus 52 plus end correction at B, which is 2, or X by 10 is 53 by 100 minus 52 plus 2, that is 102 minus 52, which is 53 divided by 50, implies what should be your resistance? X equal to 53 divided by 5, or X is approximately 5 ones 0, 10.6 ohms. Okay, so this gives you the unknown resistance. Okay, it is given that in a meter bridge, left and right gaps are closed by a resistance of 2 and 3 ohms. The value of shunt that should be connected to 3 ohm resistor. Okay, shunt is an extra resistance which we have to add to the resistor to shift the balance point by 22.5 centimeter. But in the question it is not mentioned whether the shift should be towards right or left. But first let us find out where is the balancing point. So 2 by 3 should be L1 by 100 minus L1, implies 200 minus 2L1 is equal to 3L1, or 200 by 5 equals to L1. What is the value of L1 coming out to be? 40 centimeter. Okay, so that is for a meter bridge. If I take this resistor as X and here you have a resistor Y, where is the balancing length coming out to be? 40 centimeter from the end A. Suppose I am shifting the balancing length towards B. So if it has to shift towards B, the value of X should be more, but Y should be less. So since at Y we have 3 ohm resistor, across 3 ohm resistor, that means parallel to 3 ohm resistor, I will add a resistance X. So let the resistance connected to 3 ohms be capital R in parallel, because we are shifting it towards right. To increase the value of X, we have to decrease the value of Y. Y decreases only when a resistance is connected in parallel to 3. So if across 3 you connect one resistor in parallel, what will be its equivalent resistance? 3 into R by 3 plus R. So again I will frame the equation. 2 by 3R by 3 plus R should be. What is the shift in the balancing point? It was previously 40 plus 22.5. That will be 62.5 by 100 minus 62.5. Okay, solve this relation. This is 62.5 by 100 minus 62.5. Answer would be 37.5. Okay, now solve it. 2 into 3 plus R. 6 plus 2R by 3R, okay, I'll shift it, should be equal to 625 by 375. Solve the relation, cancel with 25 table, 25 goes 25 times, here 25 once, 25, remainder is 12, 15, 5 3s, 5 5s, 3 and 3 I am cancelling, implies 6 plus 2R is equal to 5R, or 3R is equal to 6, or what should be the value of capital R? Equal to 2 ohms. So when you shunt this 3 ohm resistor with a 2 ohm resistor, then your balance point shifts by 22.5 centimeters towards right. Here we'll be discussing questions related to potentiometer. Okay, first one is a conceptual question. Okay, so they have given you a potentiometer with a 2 volt battery, 0.4 volt internal resistance, and then a 600 kilo ohm resistor. This is an unknown cell whose EMF is 1.02. So let us answer these conceptual questions. The first question is, what is the purpose of high resistance of 600 kilo ohms? See, the purpose of this high resistance, I told you it is to protect the galvanometer. Okay, if you draw very large current from this battery, galvanometer may get damaged. Okay, to avoid that, we are using a high resistance. Does the balance point get affected by high resistance? See, after you have balanced this potentiometer, we have got this balancing length. Even if you close the key, there would be no change in the balance point. See, there is no current in this branch once it is balanced. So whether you include 600 ohm or don't include it, answer is not going to change. Would the method work if 1.02 volt is replaced by 2.02? See, driving cell has an EMF of 2 volts. Unknown cell should always have an EMF less than that. If it becomes greater, your balancing point will come beyond B. It is not practical. So would the method work? Answer would be no. How will you modify the circuit to measure voltages of very small, that is few millivolts? See, if you want to measure a very small voltage here, we have to modify the primary circuit. Okay, so primary circuit, current has to decrease. How do we decrease the current? In order to decrease the current, add a series resistor. A high resistance you can connect in series. As a result, current decreases, phi also will decrease, and sensitivity will become more. When it is more sensitive, you can detect very small variations in voltage. So how do we increase the sensitivity of a potentiometer? Hope you remember I told you 2 ways of increasing the sensitivity. Either by decreasing the current or by increasing the length. So any of these 2 things have to be applied in order to measure a very small voltages of millivolts. Okay, coming to this question, there is a potentiometer wire of 1 meter length connected in series with a 490 ohm resistance and a 2 volt battery. Okay, better let us make the circuit. 2 volt. We don't know the internal resistance of the battery, but it is connected with a 490 ohm resistor. This is your wire, which is of 1 meter length, and but they have given you potential gradient is 0.2 millivolt per centimeter. Then they want you to calculate what is the resistance of this wire. So from this we understand that phi is given as 0.2 milli I will make it 10 power minus 3 per centimeter. Centi is 10 power minus 2 volt per meter. Okay, this is nothing but 0.2 into 10 to the power minus 1 volt per meter, or 0.02 volt per meter. That means the potential drop across the length of the wire, which is of 1 meter length, is 0.02 volts. Okay, the statement itself is telling you for 1 meter length, potential drop is 0.02. Since they have given you 1 meter length in the question, what is the potential drop across AB? voltage across AB is 0.02. Now you can apply Kirchhoff law. Okay, let the resistance of this wire be capital R. Apply Kirchhoff law for this complete loop. Can I write voltage as current into resistance? Current is I into its resistance capital R should be 0.02. Now replace this current. What is the current in the primary circuit? Total EMF 2 by total resistance of this circuit, that is 490 plus R into R should be, make it 2 by 100. 2 and 2 gets cancelled, cross multiply, implies 100 into R is 490 plus capital R, or 99 R equals to 490, or what should be the value of R? 490 divided by 99. Okay, approximately if I take it as 100, you get the value 49 ohms. It is slightly greater than 49, but approximation it's about 49 ohms. Not 49, it's 4.9 ohms. I repeat, 490 by 99, approximate value I am taking it as 4.9. In the given circuit, X and Y represent the two terminals of an unknown cell. Okay, so this is where we are connecting the unknown cell, whose EMF is E. It is observed that when jockey is moved from A to B, okay, that means when you are moving the jockey from A to B, galvanometer is showing a one-side deflection. When will you get one-side deflection? Only when there is some fault in your arrangement. See, while explaining potentiometer, I told you what are the two precautions we have to take. One is the battery, whatever you are connecting, should be connected parallel to the primary circuit. So one possible fault may be X is connected to negative terminal of battery. This is one fault. What is the second mistake? The driving cell may have less EMF than the unknown cell. That is, if I take the driving cell's EMF as E dash may be less than E. We know if E dash is less than E, we don't get opposite deflections. Balancing length will become more than whatever length is available. So what are the two faults that may be present in your experiment? One is these two branches may not be connected in parallel. It should be connected this way, but it may be connected in reverse order. Second is E dash should always be greater than E, but it may be less than E because we are not getting the balancing length. Okay, this is a basic level question on potentiometer. Read the question. There is a cell of 1.25 volts which balances a length of 30 centimeter. If it is replaced by another, balancing length has become 40. What is the EMF? It suggests by comparison, E1 by E2 should be L1 divided by L2. E1 is 1.25 by E2. This is what we have to calculate. Should be 30 divided by 40. Implies E2 is equal to 1.25 into 4 by 3, or E2 is equal to, okay, either you can multiply and simplify or simplify the equation. 3 goes 0.4, 1, 20 is the remainder, 6 times, 6 4s 24, 4 1s 4 plus 2, 6, 4 4s 16, decimal is after 3 places. Okay, approximately 1.664 ohms. Okay, so this will give you the unknown resistance, unknown EMF. Okay, another question again based on EMFs. When two unknown cells of EMF E1 and E2, and it's given E1 is greater than E2, are connected such that they support each other. Okay, the meaning of support each other is instead of one unknown cell, we are connecting two cells in series. Okay, if you connect the two cells like this, they are said to support each other because both are sending current in same direction. So if they are supporting each other, what is the balancing length? It is 60. So E1 plus E2 is 5 into 60. If E2 is reversed, we know what will be the net EMF. E1 minus E2. In the next case, we have connected the batteries this way. E1 and E2. Now the balancing length has become 40. Call this equation 2. Divide the two relations. E1 plus E2 by E1 minus E2 should be 60 by 40, that is 3 divided by 2. Either cross multiply or do componendo dividendo. We get E1 by E2 as equal to 3 plus 2 by 3 minus 2, which is 5:1. And in this question, again on potentiometer, in the potentiometer shown below, the balance point is at X. Okay, I'll call this as X. State with reason where the balance point would be shifted if capital R is increased. Okay, I'll have to name this. Let this be capital R. So tell me, if this is your primary circuit, if you increase the resistance in the primary circuit, we know current in the primary circuit will decrease. If current decreases, sensitivity phi also will decrease. If phi decreases, what will be the balancing length? Because EMF should be phi into L. If phi decreases, the product should be a constant. What will happen to the balancing length? It has to increase. So when R is increased, balance point will shift towards B. Okay, here I'll write it shifts towards B. Okay, to keep the EMF constant, since we are decreasing the value of phi, L value will start increasing. Then second bit, if S is increased, see, S is a resistance connected in series with the unknown cell. I'll call this as driving cell. Since it is connected in series, once it is balanced, there would be no current in this branch. Since there is no current in the branch, even if you increase the value of S, there is no effect on the balancing length. And the last, if P is replaced with a cell Q of lower EMF, see, P is the driving cell. I told you before, driving cells should always have an EMF which is greater than E. If it becomes less than E, we don't get the balance point within the given length. So there would be no deflection or no balance point is obtained if you replace P with a Q which is of lower EMF. So coming to this question, again we have a potentiometer which is a 4 meter length. I'll make the diagram. Let this be a 4 meter length potentiometer and 8 ohm resistance. Okay, its resistance is 8 ohms. Potential gradient is given. It's 1 millivolt per centimeter. If the accumulator is nothing but a battery, the driving cell, has an EMF 2 volts and there is some resistance connected in series, I'll call this as RS. Okay, we are asked to determine this value of RS. If I call this as AB, what is the potential across AB? Per 1 centimeter, it is 1 millivolts. Okay, first I'll convert it. 1 into 10 power minus 3 volt per centimeter to meter, 10 power minus 2 meter. What is the sensitivity? 0.1 volt per meter. So for every 1 meter length, potential gradient or potential difference is 0.1. So for 4 meter length, can I write it as 4 into 0.1? So VAB is nothing but current into resistance of AB. Should be 0.4. I need the value of current. What is the current in the primary circuit? Total EMF by total resistance. What is the total resistance of this branch? RS plus 8 into resistance of AB. Resistance of AB is 8. Should be 0.4. Simplify. 2 goes 4 times. 4 by RS plus 8 should be 0.1. Implies. Okay, if I write it as 1 by 10, 40 is equal to series resistance plus 8. Implies what is the series resistance? 40 minus 8, which is 32 ohms. Read the question. Length of a potentiometer wire is 600 centimeter and it is carrying a current of 40 milliamps. Okay, let's make one circuit. Assume that this is a potentiometer wire AB, which is of 600 centimeter, that means 6 meter length, and then it is carrying a current of, okay, what is the current given as 40 milliamp. For a cell of 2 volts and internal resistance 10, null point is at 500 centimeter. Okay, when you have connected a cell of 2 volts, okay, we don't know the EMF, let it be E, and this has an internal resistance of 10 ohm galvanometer. What is the balancing length? 500 centimeter. If voltmeter is connected across the cell, okay, now we are going to connect one voltmeter across the cell. The balancing length shifts by 10 centimeter. If it is 500 centimeters previously, it will become 10 centimeter decrease, that will be 490 centimeter. So with this given data, they are asking you to find out 3 questions. Find the resistance of the wire. Okay, so first we need the resistance of this complete wire. Assume that this battery has no internal resistance because nothing is asked. Then reading of voltmeter and the resistance of voltmeter. So with this data, let us start with the first one. Resistance of this whole wire. Since we know what is the current passing through this wire, I just now told you that voltage across A and J, if it is a balanced potentiometer, should be equal to potential difference or EMF of the cell. Before connecting the voltmeter, what is the EMF of the cell connected? 2 volts. Okay, I will write it as 2. Then how to get voltage across AJ? It should be current in primary into resistance of AG. Already current is given as 40 milliamp. So 40 into 10 power minus 3 into resistance from A to J, which is of 500 centimeter, should be equal to 2. Call this as equation 1. Implies, what is the resistance of the wire from A to J? 2 by 4 into 10 power minus 2, that is 200 by 4, which is nothing but 4 5 50 ohms. Again I repeat, since we know the current is 40 milliamps, current into resistance should be equal to potential or EMF of the battery. EMF of the battery is given as 2. So 40 into 10 power minus 2, I have written it as 4 into 10 power minus 2. 4 into 10 power minus 2 goes to numerator, it's 200 by 4. Are you getting the resistance of the wire from A to J as 50 ohms? If 500 centimeters has 50 ohms, then 600 centimeters will have a resistance of R of AB, since resistance is proportional to length, by RG, should be 600 by 500, or resistance of the wire AB should be 6 by 5 times of 50, which is nothing but 60 ohms. See, we have got the answer. Resistance of the whole wire as how many ohms? 60 ohms. Now coming to reading of voltmeter. Okay, come to the second case. When you connect an voltmeter across it, this voltmeter will have some resistance. I'll call this as R dash. Now there is current drawn from the cell into the voltmeter. The moment current is drawn, we are not determining the EMF. It will give you terminal voltage. Again I repeat, when you connect the voltmeter, current is drawn from the cell. It won't give you EMF. The balancing length is going to give me terminal voltage. Let us calculate what is a terminal voltage. Terminal voltage V is equal to, that is the reading of voltmeter itself, equals to current into resistance. What is the current? 40 into 10 power minus 3, this is the primary current, into resistance of 490 centimeter resistor. See, for 500 centimeters resistance was 50. For 490 centimeter resistance would be 49. So find out what is the voltage of the voltmeter. Current into the resistance of 490 centimeter, that's 49 ohms. Simplify it, 9 fours 36, 16 plus 9, 19. Decimal is after 2 places. It should be 1.96 ohms. See, we got the reading of voltmeter as 1.96 ohms. Last bit, resistance of voltmeter. We need the resistance R dash. Now only look at this loop. Since current is drawn into the voltmeter because of this 2 volt battery, for this loop if I apply Kirchhoff law, negative to positive, 2, we know terminal voltage across this is 1.96. Just now we have calculated. We are moving in the direction of current. Minus I into 10 should be 0. So from here we will get the current in this secondary loop. Find out the current. 0.04 equals to 10 into I, implies I is equal to 4 milliamp. Okay, 0.04 divided by 10, that would become 4 milliamp. And once you know the current, I can easily find out the resistance. Terminal voltages, current in secondary branch into resistance of voltmeter. So what should be the resistance of voltmeter R dash? Equal to 1.96 by 4 milli is 10 to the power minus 3. Simplify the relation. 4 goes 0.441649 into 10 power 3. That's nothing but 490 ohms. So what is the resistance of the voltmeter that you have connected? It is 490 ohms. So this is how you can even find out the resistance of voltmeter and the terminal voltage across the voltmeter by using this potentiometer. So from the given arrangement, determine the value of capital L if potentiometer is of 200 centimeter length and this itself has a resistance of 20 ohms. Okay, look at the circuit. This is your primary circuit which is carrying, which is connected with a 6 volt battery. This is a series resistance of 20 and you're balancing a cell whose EMF is 2.4. If I call this point as J, okay, whenever this type of question comes, remember that at balancing point, voltage across AJ should be equal to the EMF of the unknown cell, that is 2.4 volts. Call this as equation 1. Okay, we know we can write this voltage as current into resistance. Current in primary circuit into resistance from A to J should be 2.4. Now how to get the current in the primary circuit? Who is supplying current to the primary circuit? 6 volt battery. So total current is total EMF by total resistance of this complete loop. Assume the key is closed. 20 plus 20, that is 40. Into resistance across AJ should be 2.4. So what should be the resistance from A to J? 2.4 into 40 divided by 6. That's 0.4. We have got this resistance as 16 ohms. So once you know the resistance, we know resistance is proportional to length. For 200 centimeter length, resistance is 20 ohms. Then for 16 ohm resistance, let us calculate the length. Resistance of AB by resistance across AJ should be length of AB by capital L, that is the length from A to J. Substitute the values. AJ has a resistance 20 ohm by 16 is length of AB is 200 centimeter divided by capital L. Simplify the relation. L comes out to be how many centimeter? 160 centimeter. So that gives you the balancing length or the value of capital L. So a cell gives a balance point 85 centimeter with a potentiometer wire, and when the terminals are shorted by 7.5 ohm, balance point is 75 and you need to determine the internal resistance. So hope you remember the formula. What is internal resistance? Capital R into L1 by L2 minus 1. L1 is given 85 and L2 is 75. Capital R is 7.5. Calculate. It's a direct question just by substituting the values. 85 by 75 minus 1, that is 7.5 into 10 by 75, which is 1 ohm. So in this question, when a resistance of 5 ohms is connected across a cell, its terminal potential difference is balanced by 150 centimeter. But when 5 ohms is replaced with 10, balance point has become 175 centimeter. What is the internal resistance of the cell? So frame two equations from it. Internal resistance is external resistance 5 into L1 we do not know, but the value of L2 is given as 150 centimeter. 150 minus 1. Call this as equation 1. So from this find out what is L1 by 150. Okay, I can write it as L1 by 150 minus 1 is equal to R by 5, or L1 by 150 I can write it as R by 5 plus 1. Call this as equation 1 dash. Then similarly for the next case, 5 is replaced with 10. L1 is the balancing length when no resistor is connected. We don't know this value. But L2 has changed it to what value? 175 minus 1. Call this equation 2. So just like equation 1 dash, modify it L1 by 175. You will get R by 10 plus 1. Call this as 2 dash. Now divide these two relations to eliminate L1. When I divide this, 175 by 150 would be R plus 5 by 5 divided by R plus 10 by 10. Again 5 goes 2 times. This is nothing but I am writing the simplification here. 175 by 150 is 7 by 6 equal to, take this 2 to numerator, 2 into R plus 5 by R plus 10. Solve. 7R plus 70 is 12R plus 60, or implies 10 is equal to 5R, or R is equal to 2 ohms. So what should be the internal resistance of the cell? It is 2 ohms.